Hey everyone, welcome to my next review of the X-Men 97 wave, and today we're going to be checking out the new released Wolverine. Now this is a figure I've been wanting for a while, and luckily they did re-release him, so I don't have to spend nearly triple the original price of this Wolverine figure, at least the older version. So the box is pretty simple, it's the same as every other one. We got a picture of the figure itself, or the character Wolverine. We got the name of the wave, or the show. We got the images of the rest of the wave. In the back, render of the figure, and then what's included in the wave. So let's check them out. Alright, so here we have Wolverine, and I did switch out his head just so we can have the mask on. And overall, I do think this is a solid figure. It's one that I've been wanting for such a long time, and he just looks great. There are a couple issues that I do have with him, and let's get into those right now. For starters, it's the size of the head. I do think it's a little bit too small. The head sculpt looks great, don't get me wrong there. The stubble could be better. It just looks like he has a dirty chin. That doesn't really look great. Also, the head is pretty tight. It doesn't really like to move, and it just feels like it's not on all the way. And then the biggest issue I have for this figure, it's just the QC issues Marvel or Hasbro has had for such a long time, and this is just not good. Like, just missing, like, this is straight out the box too. It's missing like a whole chunk of paint right here, and it just does not look good whatsoever. And then also the knees are a different color, and as well, like on my figure, there's just a splotch of blue paint on the arm, and then that's just kind of annoying. Other than these minor gripes, I do think this is still a solid figure. It's pinless, so it looks great. Also, I'm not a really fan of the sculpted like arm hair. Articulation, the shoulder pads can move, so he can get out the way, but Wolverine's arms can go about this much. Yeah, so not too much, which kind of sucks, but he does have pinless double bend at the elbow. But just because of the way it's sculpted, he can't really go past this much. So, but he does get past 90, which is good. Rotation, and then hinges at the wrists. And then also, he does have butterfly joints that are pretty nice. He can go back about this much. He can go forward about this much, which is really good. And then you can rotate at the waist. And this belt is also loose, so you can move it up or down however you want. You can kick out about this much, which is good. So it's pretty much basically almost complete 90, which is great. You can kick up this much, which is also very good. Kick back about that much. Thigh rotation, which is pretty tight on my figure. And then double bend at the knee, which is great. He also has a boot cut, and then hinge and rotation at the feet. Now for the accessories, he does come with an alternate head. Out the box, it was this head, and I do think this is really great. Has great sculpting, and it just looks really nice. The stubble on here is done a little bit better, which I think is great. But overall, the hair sculpt, everything, it's a solid alternate head, and I do like that they included this for this figure. Wolverine also does come with the claws that are extended out, and he also comes with a pair of fists that don't have his claws extended out, which I think is really neat. And then last, he does come with, which I think arguably is one of the coolest accessories, and I'm really, really happy they included it with this figure, and they should do it for more, is when you have the alternate head on, he can have his hood down, and I'll show you what that looks like right now. And so this is what the mask down looks like, the cowl, and I think that's just really cool. Like, it just adds more value to this figure, and I do think it really, really makes this figure more desirable, at least for me. Now for some comparisons, here we have Wolverine next to Gambit, which was the first figure I reviewed from this line, and I do think they look great. Next to Rogue, also from this wave. Wolverine next to Magneto. There's Wolverine next to Black Panther. Next to Ant-Man. Next to Black Widow. Last but not least, here he is next to Deadpool, and I do think these figures look great together. Now this is a solid figure, and I do consider it a highlight of this wave. It's just a great all-around Wolverine, and one I would consider probably the best that Hasbro has released. in recent time, especially since it's pinless and it comes with an alternate head and like a removable or semi-removable mask, which I think looks really cool. I would consider this one also a must-have if you maybe have an older Wolverine, because I honestly do believe this is a better version than the older versions, and one I will be happy to display on my shelves. But let me know what you guys think. Have you picked them up? Are you gonna pick them up? Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts of this figure, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.